Hey there gang, welcome back. It's that time again. Time for some City of Heroes. So here we are again. Once again standing before the pillar of ice and flame. And it's time to stop some crime. So we left off on the Clockwork Captive. It's time for Bonefire. Hey there Black Rose of Thorns, I heard a bad rumor today. It seems one of the Skull leaders, Marrowsnap, is leading a bunch of his guys into a known Hellions hideout. I'm afraid a conflict like that could spill out onto the streets and endanger the lives of our citizens. We need some hero presence down there to stop that gang war. Will you do it? Let's stop the gang war. Make sure those two gangs know that their squabbles are being monitored. Alright. So we're headed to Atlas Park, which is one of the two starting zones. That and Galaxy City. And this is, of course, for heroes, not villains. And going to Atlas Park. So yeah, anyone who's watched some of my previous videos might have already noticed, got some sound changes on this video. Have a new microphone, and I'm trying that out. I'm also going to be trying some new recording settings, rendering in Sony Vegas, so we'll see how the video quality comes out as well. Got a few tips, we'll see if they actually are good tips or not. Time will tell. Getting a bit of slowdown here, but you do what you can. Hopping through the city, rooftop to rooftop. So, some big news came out 3 days ago, actually, I think. Today's Thursday, and I think it hit Monday. So, or was it? I don't know. Anyway, City of Heroes is going free to play, though they would have you believe it's not. It's a hybrid business model, which, okay, yeah, sure, technicality. It's going to be free to play if you want. There will just be stuff locked out for people that are not paying anything. It sounds like there's going to be a lot of stuff you'll be able to buy, sort of a la carte. So if you want access to certain things that are locked out, and you don't want to pay a monthly fee and just buy them as you feel the desire, you can play it that way too. Now, I don't know if that will be for all things. Like, what I have heard so far, it kind of sounds like Incarnates, which is how you power up your characters beyond level 50. It sounds like that is sort of linked to their subscription service, which they're going to be calling VIPs. And, just a lot of changes are coming for City of Heroes. I am cautiously optimistic. Oh, here's our boss. You know that cloak is around here somewhere. Don't let Black Rose of Thorns find somebody first. Oh man, I'm getting rocked. Okay, so this guy actually can debuff your accuracy with his dark attacks. So pop a few inspirations just for safety's sake. And let's finish out taking out the Hellions. That was actually a Skulls boss. Skulls and Hellions are both street gangs. The Hellions are sort of demon worshippers. That guy's a Hellion. And Skulls are another street gang, but I believe their tradition is each person who joins the gang has to kill somebody, and they have to. That skull they're wearing is actually from someone that they kill in order to enter the gang. So every one of the skulls is a murderer, and they wear the face of, or the skull of another person on their face. So pretty twisted. But yeah, going back to more of sort of the direction of City of Heroes. Oh, we got some dialogue. Boss said the robe was in some sort of safe. All right, so we're going after a robe apparently. But they're rebranding the game entirely. They're going to be calling it City of Heroes Freedom rather than just City of Heroes. So sort of, signify that you can hop in and play without having to pay any fee whatsoever. The Architect Entertainment, which for anyone who doesn't know, that's sort of how you create your own missions in City of Heroes. You can run them and you can create custom characters inside it. And it's actually really cool. Nowadays, for the most part, I'm not going to say it's entirely so, but most people just use it to farm. The vast majority of people that are in there, I think, nowadays. And heck, I've used it to farm before too, because frankly, I like good stuff, and going for reward rolls and architect entertainment is a good way to try to get some pretty good stuff. But like that's locked down. Free players won't be able to interact with that at all. But they can buy access to that apparently. Incarnates, I don't believe they've said we can buy, but free-to-play players, I don't believe they've said if they can buy their way into the Incarnate system, a la the a la carte system. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Lots more costume pieces, some more power sets are on the table. There's going to be time manipulation power set coming soon. Oh, got a text. So that is for defenders, corruptors. Gosh, mastermind? No, not masterminds. Anyway, 2 other archetypes too. I think it's a defender sort of primary type set. So all the controllers and someone I don't know. Anyway, it's available to various different archetypes. And it's a buff debuff set, as we learned earlier today. In the Ustream, they did a little podcast thing on Ustream with some of the dev team and the community team manager. So we learned some stuff there. They've been doing those every day for the last couple. Learned some pretty neat stuff. But it was also revealed that they're working on a 2-handed weapons power set, which is kind of cool. Okay, 2 lieutenants. Looks like this will be alright. Say hello to my little friend. Alright. Anyway, I get distracted so easily. We've got a glowy here, so let's pay attention to this story for a second. This should be the cause of the gang war. So let's look at the clue. This mystical robe was crafted by the enchantress, Yanamahari. Okay. It carries her unique mystical signature. Alright. So they were after a robe. I don't imagine that's the cause of the entire gang war, but anyway, we'll see where this goes. But City of Heroes, the 2-handed power set is sort of to emulate. Okay, we got to go to Skyway to talk to this guy. But to emulate like really heavy weapons, like really huge warhammers, or think like Cloud Strife's Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII, or Gut Sword from the anime Berserk, things like that. In the little presentation they showed a train light pole as one of the potential weapons. So I'm holding them to that. I want to see a train light pole as a weapon, and that will be awesome. But the neat sort of concept behind that power set, it's kind of nice that they're representing that anyway. But it's got a little shtick to it where you'll start out with your attacks slow and plodding, but you'll gain what they call momentum with each successful strike, and your attacks will get faster and faster based on your momentum. So it's kind of like what they did with the Dual Blades melee power set, where it sort of had a gimmick of the combo system, to where you could string together attacks to form combos that gave you different buffs and debuffs and certain different attributes based on the combo that you execute. Okay, so here we go. Here's this guy. So that'll be kind of fun when it comes out, but apparently that one's a long way off. Alright, this cloak clearly has some sort of mystical power. I wonder what the Hellions wanted with it. It sounds like my suspicions were correct. The Skulls are looking to increase their turf. This could get bad. Alright. I'd like you to take that strange cloak you found to Azuriad Magi. She may be able to tell us why the Skulls and Hellions were willing to go to battle over it. The Skulls might make a second attempt to get the cloak, so look out. Not if I teleport directly to Atlas Park. But yeah, I should also mention that, since it's going free to play, which, again, they can deny it all they want, that is the essence of what they're doing. But they're redoing the starting hero zones, well, they're redoing Atlas Park, and Galaxy City is essentially being devastated by the sounds of it. The new tutorial that they're creating for the early game experience for the hero side, Galaxy City is being destroyed, it sounds like. So, you know, that sounds like it could be interesting. Apparently, their goal with this tutorial is kind of throw you into the action immediately. And they're also creating new 1 to 20 content, which means I get to do all these videos all over again. Which also means if I want to, you know, get these missions done and ensure they'll still be in the game, perhaps I should speed things up. Oh, Black Rose of Thorns, it's you! We need your help desperately. One of our enchantresses, oh god, Yanamahiri? Sure, I'll say that, has been kidnapped by the Hellions. She's being held in an abandoned office in King's Row. Will you please rescue her? While you're doing that, I'll examine this cloak you brought me. You better take this extra emergency teleporter in case Yamanahari needs it. God, I can't say that. I get tongue-tied. Yamanahari. Okay. Got it. Alright, so let's go save this enchantress. But yeah, particularly the early hero side content, but really most of it needed to be looked at pretty bad. You know, like I said, there's some, you know, fairly interesting outcomes. You know, a few good story arcs in the early hero side, but not many. And you know, it desperately needed to be looked at because there is so many sort of FedEx missions, which, you know, by that I mean missions where, like I just did, you have to run and talk to somebody, and that's sort of just a phase of the mission, which, you know, that's complete busy work. There's nothing fun about that. I could have gotten a clue in that mission that would have shown me that the Enchantress Yamanahari was involved and had somehow been kidnapped. Like, I could have recognized an artifact that she carried around or something like that, and, you know, that would have directly been able to take me to this mission where I'm trying to rescue her without getting that extra step where I had to talk to Azuria. It sounds like I got a tell. Did I? Good old ITF. Not at the moment. I'm recording. But thanks, fake tanker. I shouldn't leave him hanging. I'll respond in a minute. I should also mention that I'm not setting a timer for this, so if the jump between videos is kind of sporadic, I didn't set a timer. I probably should have, but I honestly just didn't think about it. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Just didn't want to leave that guy hanging. Alright, here we go. I affectionately refer to this tune as a mob mower, which I may or may not have said before. I honestly can't recall. It's actually been 2 months since I uploaded my last video, which, you know, this project has not been going on long, so it's kind of bad, but, you know, I am glad that, you know, I waited until I had sort of a different approach to try to record, excuse me, because recording with a camera for the audio was a huge pain in the butt. This way, I'm trying it all just recording it with fraps. We'll see if that works out, if the audio levels work out well. You know, if they don't, be sure to, you know, let me know. Either way, let me know if you like this as well. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how things go. I could always try to use another program to record the audio, and then I can adjust the audio levels in the editing process in Sony Vegas. But as is, since I'm recording this with fraps, the audio of the game and my my commentary are all going to be on one track, and therefore I won't be able to edit the audio levels individually. So if the audio from my voice is too loud, or the game is too loud, or, you know, whatever, I'm just kind of gonna have to deal with it for this story arc. And just let my auras kill him. Stabbity death.